It was really good seeing you today. There we go. Basic idea. Keep going with these spider exercises. If you're doing it with a metronome, just play with the half speed first, and then do it full speed. Other than that, the idea with building your different chords and playing them in the different fingerings, it feels weird. I know that you've known these chords forever, but learning the G major and the secondary fingering and being able to move it up to G sharp or A flat and then dropping down your A flat here, your G sharp, that's pretty cool and pretty vital important when you're trying to do some fun work. Like let's say we're doing here to an A minor, and then I could do this from here to an A minor, to that A minor, and come back to a major, work it up, back to a C, knowing that I could play these bar chords and it's all shaped out of my A and my F chords. The idea is when we start playing like this E minor, feels great doing it that way, but if we start playing it like this, we could also move that up and have that one ready to rock and roll. Try playing those this week. The idea is you'll get that the shaky feet, the shaky doe deer legs that I like to call them. It'll stop doing this on you, and you'll gain a little bit of muscle memory with the tendons and the ligaments all come together and make it really strong for you. One of the other concepts we had spoke about today was, I guess this would be the second part after doing just those and moving around, is moving maybe whole chords and feeling what it feels like to go from one string through a string to another. I'm sorry, one fret through a fret to another. You can do that from the B flat to the C. The idea is if you know where a B flat to a C is, you could also feel where a B flat to a C sharp is, right? And C to a D and C to so on and so forth. The other idea is how far your hand goes, where your finger would come down. Mine goes up to the B, I think I said. Yeah, B. It's hard to get to C. I can feel it if I think about it and go like that. But knowing exactly where I go is great for doing little finger movements. Just like you saw with learning the new A, well not new, but A major and thinking of it differently. The way we got there was we played a G major, then the minor, and then we replaced our pinky, and then put down our finger back here to have the backwards triad looking. Playing the B flat there, we could also flop that out and move our fingers. Same shape, but now we're doing it with these three and putting the D in there. And then the third thing, I don't think we kind of got to this, but I want to reiterate this because I want to close all the gaps here. When we played like the C major and it has all these open notes in here and we're not playing this, when we play this one, we can still play the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, but it does make sense to kind of go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And what happens there is when we do that, we might start open for that lower note, but we automatically change to that where are we? C, D, E. That F, instead of being a open E and then an F on the first fret, we're just moving that up to the fourth fret, fifth fret. Same notes. So if you want to get accustomed to doing anything that's like, it could be in the, you could have that. Oh, by the way, the half steps for the bee's knees to all the different modes. We could talk about that later. So start maybe thinking of playing like C this way, which will encourage you to have the so C major 7 like that way, instead of just playing a C major 7 like that. Work out all the chords for it. They're still the same. They've just been moved. You hear that? Cool. So like try playing the same chords in different ways with different fingers. Even doing what we did with the G major to the G minor, and then switching that to here, and then moving the G minor up to an A flat minor or an A minor, so on and so forth. Or you can do the same thing with like your F major. Drop your C, make it an F minor. Play your F minor in secondary position, and then scoot that up a half step and drop down your first finger on the C sharp to make a F sharp minor. Maybe back it up. Cool. I guess lesson 3 or 4 within here. We're going to be doing it in key of C or B. I think we'll do B. I think the way I explained it is my full lesson is for somebody who can't form the chord is to start the A, but you're perfectly capable of forming all these. So I'm just going to build it up. It comes out of the A major, second fingering, B flat major, B major. But here we go. You're going to do a partial bar with the B and the F sharp to give us that with the first node on the first finger. 1, 2, 3 nodes, first node. Second fret, B and F sharp. Got my second finger here, exactly where you would think it'd be because it's going to make the A major shape. It's going to give me my E flat, and then I'm going to have the B right here as my unison note, right? Just the same as is with the G minor. The G minor, the B flat, the B flat are my unison notes. Well, right here with the B major, my B and my B are my unison notes. So the B here, if I have that half bar, I'm going to play any rhythm we have. So if you're working on... Cool? This is just the rhythm I chose. So we do that half bar here, and then we're going to do it with a full bar in a minute. Right here. Now the minor. Now the partial bar minor. Now the major without moving the partial bar. Now back to the half bar. Now the full bar. Now the minor. Now the minor with the partial bar. Now the major with the partial bar. Now move it back. So no matter what the rhythm structure that you're going to want to work on, you can even just do a... It's just a little boring. Right there, you should feel a weird feeling between your right here, your index finger and your second finger, and then the way that it's going to start forming this muscle right here. Because I've played bass for so many years, I've got this ridiculous muscle here on the side that's just formed from doing the thumb. So you will develop muscles for these. Then again, take all these things, these theories and concepts that we have, and then apply them the best you can with your musical theory knowledge for the piano, okay? So, long story short, that A minor, being able to have the A, the open C, the E, and then the A repeated, just moves that second finger concept up to the 5th fret and lays down your backwards triad and adds this E up top there. Right, so the A minor, the last thing I did was I put it all the way up here at the 12th fret because guess what? That's the octave. Right, so that the coolness, you can put your finger on that 12th fret and then use the back of your finger like you're just popping it. Pop! Right, so if that whole thing from that D7 in that song I'm about to play has a... something like that. But you practice over and over and get really good at it. All right, and then the third thing here, or 5th thing, or 27th thing is Stevie Wonder, Never Dreamed You Live in Summer. This is a wonderful tune. Hope I can do it a little justice. And yes, I'm going to be reading the words so that I don't ever remember them. Has like a... I never dreamed you'd leave in summer. Thought you would go then come back home. I knew that the cold would leave by summer, but my quiet nights will be spent all alone. You said there would be a warm love in springtime. That was when you started to be cold. I never But now I find myself all alone. You said that you'd be alive in all time. You said you'd be there to see the way. I never dreamed you'd leave in summer, but now I find my love has gone away. Something like that. I like those movements in there for the F. Using those open notes is interesting because you could also, as our discussion today, not use the open notes when you go to the F up top. So what we have there, we have the F major. It's a F major 7 because we're dropping down for that note. And then going out to the A, to the 5th, and then we're dropping into the E, G, C. It really correlates, and I think just musically, listening to Stevie play that from the D7, moving to the D7 to the A minor, the D minor, A7, D minor, what was that, B flat, major? A major, A flat, G major. Interesting Stevie chords. And if you haven't been exposed to a lot of Stevie, he does stuff like that. It's just gorgeous. The whole album, Songs in the Key of Life, is amazing. If you've never put the whole album on, try it. It'll blow your mind. Other great tunes are like Master Blaster, Sir Duke, She's a Bad Mama Jamma. What's the people keep on chucking? Anyway, I'll turn you on to some Stevie. I really enjoyed seeing you. I hope these lesson topics helped here. Remember, keep going over your finger exercises and try and play every chord you have in both major and minor and find multiple different ways to play with your fingers. All right, we're going to pick out a tune. I'll pick out a fun minuet finger style that we could do. Maybe Bach, maybe Beethoven, something interesting. Anyway, it's good seeing you. I'll see you next week. Aloha.